Hey everyone, Jessica here with Event Marketer. Thank you for joining us for our EMS virtual innovation tours. Our innovation tours are guided tours of our exhibit hall that take place every year at the Experiential Marketing Summit. We know that not everyone who wanted to be at the summit with us this year could be, so we have put together a short virtual tour of just some of our amazing partners who are at the show with us this year. And I know attention spans are very short, so we've put together a very short series of 5-minute chats covering some of the industry's most pressing topics, ranging from what's next in virtual events to flexible indoor and outdoor structures, to event analytics and crowd measurement, to creative and cutting-edge solutions designed just for smaller and more socially distanced events. And we've got tips and advice from each of our specialists that you can use as you plan your 2022 events. So grab a cup of coffee or grab that White Claw, no judgment. It has been a long year, and enjoy our EMS innovation tours. Hey everyone, we're here with Garth Hill. He's the Director of Accounts North America at Mesh. Hey Garth, how are you?
Doing well. How are you, Jessica?
Fantastic. Great. So busy here at the end of the year, but I'm so glad you could take a couple minutes with us to tell us about Mesh. What's the 30-second overview of who you are and what you do?
Yeah, absolutely. So my name's Garth, as Jessica said, and I oversee all of our North American accounts here. So at Mesh, we have a sensor-based technology that allows brands, rights holders, event producers to basically understand how people move through and interact with physical spaces. So it's what we call the passive data capture. So there's nothing that the consumer or the fan or the attendee needs to do. It just kind of, we track Wi-Fi pings from people's devices, basically, and we use devices, smart devices, as a proxy for people. And that gives us all sorts of data points that we then basically pipe into a dashboard to help all of those different stakeholders understand, ROI on their experiential assets. There's all kinds of operational and sponsorship use cases as well.
I like that passive feature. That's nice that you don't have to opt in. You don't have to do anything that probably impacts the kind of data that you're able to collect.
Yeah, and I think that's really important, especially as we head into 2022. I mean, there's been a lot of discourse over the past couple of years about data rights and basically equipping consumers with the tools to really understand and have full control over how their data is being used. And so Mesh is a fully GDPR compliant technology. We're headquartered in London, and that's kind of where that was the GDPR kind of us adhering to that standard is born out of the fact that we're based in London, but we uphold that standard anywhere that we activate in the world, because we really do want to be, a privacy forward company. And we are, it's very important to us. And we think that, consumers should have full control over what data they're giving. So we don't collect any personally identifiable information. This isn't a retargeting tool, but what it does is basically the sample size that we're working with, can be anywhere from 60 to 90%, depending on the market. So it really does allow rights holders to really understand how consumers are interacting with their assets in mass, really.
Terrific. So as you look forward into 2022, a lot of event marketers are planning. What's new on the product front for you, and what are you excited about?
Yeah, that's a great question. So we had some capacity monitoring stuff that we rolled out in light of COVID, which I'm personally excited about, hopefully not having to use that piece of our technology going forward in 2022. But we are currently kind of working through adding some additional metrics to our dashboard. So at Mesh, we have our standard KPIs, which are available kind of in real time, via our dashboard. But we also have a dedicated team of data analysts that'll do deep dives on client data to really help kind of unlock, some additional insight into how people are interacting with a space or an experience. And a lot of that is bespoke work. And so we're really excited about kind of moving some of that into the dashboard to make it automated to allow us to add some additional value for some of our clients that rely more on those standard KPIs, because the data analysis and bespoke stuff, it can get expensive because it requires people going in and it isn't automated, and there's lots of really interesting key learnings that we can pull out of that, but we really want to equip stakeholders of all different types of events and with all different types of budgets to unlock as deep of insight as we can into how people are experiencing their activations or their stadiums, their pop-ups, etc. So really excited about putting some additional tools into the hands of producers and rights holders in 2022.
Excellent. And one last question for you before I let you go. It's the question of the hour, but just looking back over the past 18 months and heading into the new year, what's one strategic tip that you would offer to the event community at large as they look forward to the new year?
Yeah, absolutely. In keeping with this kind of measurement theme with mesh, I think it's never too early to start measuring. And we often find that the sooner we can get a client onboarded and get them measuring something, even if they're not completely clear on, what their measurement goals are, it's good to have a baseline. So, you can't action the data that you're collecting and turn that into, improved experiences unless you have a starting point. And so I would just encourage, folks in the experiential space to start, analytics is the future and it's not going anywhere. It can definitely be overwhelming, but just start doing it. And that's one thing I think, at Mesh, we're events people at the end of the day. The technology is fantastic. And it's one of the reasons why I decided to join the Mesh team. But really the selling point for me was that we're events people and our whole thing is contextualizing the data and helping events teams turn that into better experiences for fans and consumers. So just start, I think, is the most important thing. Not to sound too salesy, but we would obviously love to help your audience do that, and would love for them to get in touch if they're interested in exploring the spatial analytics space.
Great advice. And where can they find you if they want to find you?
They can find us at mesh.com. That's mesh with 2 H's. So mesh.com. They can also go on LinkedIn and give us a search. You can connect with me, Garth Hill, on LinkedIn, my personal page, and we can get the conversation started. We'd love for you to follow the Mesh account as well, so you can stay up to date with everything that we're doing. We post updates over there pretty regularly.
All right. Well, Garth, thank you for your time. And I couldn't agree more. Analytics, so important moving forward. This is going to be a stronger, bigger, better industry in 2022. I'm sure of it. So give Garth a call, and thanks for your time. We'll talk to you again soon.
Yeah. Thank you, Jessica. Have a good day.
All right. You too. Okay, we're here with Matt Andrews from Highmark. Matt, why don't you introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about Highmark and what Highmark specializes in?
Yeah, great to be with you, Jessica. My name is Matt Andrews. I'm the Vice President of Sales at Highmark Tech Systems. First and foremost, Highmark is a supplier to live events and experiential agencies. We have an extensive line of indoor products like double decks and wall systems and architectural systems. But we also have a similar line of products designed specifically for outdoor activations. Again, double decks, single story environments, pavilions, even mobile.
All right. So as people are starting to think about their 2022 planning, tell me about what's new in your product line, what you're excited about, and what you have available to kind of help with some of those pain points that event marketers have as they think about the kinds of events that they have to plan in the coming months.
Sure. Yeah, we're very excited about the outdoor activations that they're hopefully coming, and we all know they are both mobile and traditionally built. Our products are really designed for face-to-face marketing. So while you can highly customize them, they're really based on systems architecture, which is really important to us and hopefully to the clients out there. What the systems architecture allows you to do is they're totally reconfigurable. You can add cladding and things like that, but unlike a custom build, they're totally rentable, which is exciting for us and should be exciting for the users out there. Rentable structures allow for really dynamic programs that can be changed on the fly. They can be cladded on the fly, and off you go to the next event.
Right. So flexibility being a key word we learned from 2020. I can't imagine that it won't be something that's important to event marketers moving forward in 2022. It sounds like you really thought through how your product line can address some of those unique needs that maybe didn't exist prior to the pandemic.
Yeah, indeed. Unlike a tent or a shipping container. Shipping containers are great, but they're often used in this space to do a certain activation, but they're highly customized, right? They never were truly designed for such an intent. Where our products are designed to be outdoor weather proof and they're used in B2B or even B2C activations. They can be in all kinds of different environments, like sporting events and festivals, outdoor trade shows, road tours, etc.
Terrific. And before I let you go, I wanted to ask you if you had any tips for the event marketers who are thinking about 2022 planning, anything that you've learned from the past 18 months, and just anything you'd like to share to help the industry move forward into the year ahead.
Yeah, just have a plan, who, what, where, when. I know we're all kind of moving on the fly and things are really ramping up. So it's good to have a plan on the front end, know where you're going and when and where. And then partnering with a group like us, we can fill in the gaps for you. We have the hardware, we've got the engineering, and we have the know-how to make your next event really successful.
Excellent. Yes, very excited about that momentum that we're hearing is taking place out in the industry right now. It sounds like you're seeing that energy and that business pick up as well.
Yeah, we certainly are. It's been exciting. It turned on like a light switch, which is great for all of us, and we're excited to be a part of it. We're excited for a great 2022.
Excellent. Great. So as we say goodbye, thank you, Matt. We will throw it to some video and you can take a look at some of the products that Highmark has available. Thank you, Matt, for your time.
Thank you, Jessica.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye now.
Highmark sells incredibly slick, cool products to event agencies for a range of events. I'm Debbie Parrott, the president and CEO of Highmark. Welcome everybody to the Highmark Block Party. We had listened very closely to our customers and we had gotten lots of demand for outdoor products. Rather than come to the outdoor world with simply one structure, that we come with a whole line of products. What you see me standing in front of today is called our Event Max structure, and it's essentially a temporary building. This is a 16 by 16 footprint. You can stack many of these next to each other. You can have them open air or fully enclosed and climate controlled. You're seeing just one iteration of it, and there are many. really revolutionized the trade show industry in terms of fast setup, which is so key when you're paying exorbitant labor costs. The other products that really complete our outdoor line include these mobile products that you'll see sprinkled throughout. Highmark is thrilled to be the North American distributor of these mobile products, courtesy of a partnership that we have with a German company called Mo System, and it takes tent technology to a whole new level. Event marketing isn't going anywhere. It has stood the test of time, and Highmark is here to stay.
Hello, everyone, and we are back with Christopher from Beyond Live. Christopher, welcome, and tell us a little bit about who you are and what you do.
Absolutely. First off, I wanted to take a moment to thank everyone who has the opportunity to be with us today. We really do appreciate your time. My name is Christopher Velez, and I'm with Beyond Live. I am the Business Development Manager. I've personally been in the meetings and events tech industry for the last 5 years, and I'm really excited about the level of continual innovation that we're seeing across the industry. Here at Beyond Live, we are the digital solution for virtual experiences. We partner with our clients around the world to deliver virtual or hybrid solutions for any event, program, or initiative. So whether your team hosts small one-on-one internal meetings, larger external meetings or conferences, trade shows, expos, HR trainings, onboardings, etc., we can help to create that perfect digital experience.
So obviously virtual events and digital experience is a really big part of the event marketer's portfolio last year and moving into next year, and a lot has changed. So I wondered if you could take us inside your portfolio of products and just let us know what you're excited about and what you have on the horizon.
Definitely. So as I mentioned moments ago, I'm very excited about the level of innovation that we're seeing across the industry. We're starting to see or hear a lot more regarding this newer trend of creating a metaverse. This is an idea of creating a cross-functioning world in which all tools, platforms, and environments are communicating and working together in streamlining activities, information, and operations. This is particularly important as we discuss the goal of Beyond Live. So Beyond Live was created to deliver the next generation of virtual experiences for our clients who are seeking to expand their brand reach by elevating their digital portfolio. Several months ago, we actually launched our Beyond Live Express platform. This is a true SaaS-based model that is scalable, that gives our clients the flexibility and control to build and manage their digital presence. Similarly, they now have enhanced visibility into the data behind their events to be able to make more informed business decisions and further prove their return on investment. So as of right now, our clients are able to deliver a fully immersive digital experience to their end users in that true SaaS-based format, meanwhile giving that planner full control to manage the content on their own and further enhance their brand image and reach. Now, the Beyond Live platform is available as a template ready to launch with rebranding options, and it is also fully customizable to create that space to really tell your own individual unique story.
That flexibility is so key, I'm sure. And as event marketers are thinking about 2022 and planning for their hybrid and virtual events, I wondered if you had any tips or advice that you have drawn on from the past year that you'll carry over into the new year as well.
Absolutely. So I think one of the biggest things to point out here is the need to identify risk and develop a contingency plan. So it is very important to understand what are the implications around not having your event, or not generating enough leads, or not having the appropriate level of attendance. Beyond Live and our clients have seen tremendous success through close partnership in transforming the world of meetings and events into these seamlessly integrated, fully immersive digital experiences. Now, as I mentioned moments ago, we have clients all over the world who are leveraging our solutions for events such as sales kickoffs, HR trainings and onboardings, exhibits, trade shows, marketing and communication, you name it. So as we move into this new virtual age with continued emphasis and awareness on personal health in this pandemic, we aim to further position our clients for success by providing a globally accessible platform driven by intelligent data to allow clients to strategically and continuously grow.
Awesome. Well, Christopher, thank you so much for taking the time. And if folks want to find you, how can they find you?
Yeah, absolutely. So our website is beyondlivex.com. You can always reach me via email at cvelez, that's VELEZ, at beyondlivex.com.
All right. And we have a video that showcases some of the products that you've been talking about. So let's take a look. Welcome back, everyone. We're here with Bridget, and she's with Tour Guide Solutions. Bridget, tell us about yourself and tell us what Tour Guide Solutions does.
Sounds good. I'm Bridget Pedersen, as you mentioned, from Implaco Tour Guide Solutions, and we provide audio communication to solve challenges of event planners, AV companies that are trying to put presentations on the move.
Fantastic. And perfect example, typically in a live environment at the Experiential Marketing Summit, we would work with Tour Guide Solutions where we would have our tours of the hall and attendees pop in their earbuds and they go around and get a chance to meet and greet our exhibitors. We're doing that virtually now, but we've had a chance to work with you. It's great fun and attendees really enjoy it. So as you're thinking about next year, what are you excited about? What's on the horizon? The landscape has changed a lot, obviously. So what are you guys thinking about for 2022?
Well, I'm most excited for live events to come back. It's really hard for our company to work offline. So these live events are really exciting. And I believe that the event industry is going to come back, creative, more creative, stronger, with a ton of energy. And so what we do at Tour Guide Solutions is we support the delivery of those messages with audio. And so this is where we can help deliver that creativity and content through devices, which I'll get to in a second with the new product. But we help with everything from tours to innovation theaters, product launches with first looks, interpretation, even media presentations. So that's where we're really excited to kind of get back and help with that high standard of delivery. The newest product, which I just had put up before, is our Listen Talk devices. So this is a two-way communication system. So this is where people are starting to take the one-way communication into a little bit more of a collaborative format. So this allows event planners, presenters to take presentations on the move and interact with their audiences. So audiences are able to ask questions back to the presenter. They're able to really integrate and make it easy.
Fantastic. It seems like it really speaks to a modern pain point, which is social distancing, maybe being outdoors, maybe having smaller groups, having these experiences, things that we weren't necessarily doing before. So it sounds like you've really thought through that.
Yeah, and it really, these are very easy to wipe down from a health and safety standpoint, and it supports the distance while bringing groups together, because you are able to space out a little bit, but still get that full immersive experience.
Terrific. Great. And so I know a lot of event professionals are thinking about 2022, and I wondered, if you look back, if you look forward, what are some tips and advice that you would offer moving into the next year?
So I'm going to repeat to get creative with your engagement. I think that a lot of people coming back to events kind of need to warm up a little bit with the social side of things. And I think that, creating engagement and making it creative, unique, and really educational is going to be important for us to really show the value of our presentations and providing great experiences.
Excellent. And before I let you go, I think we're going to take a look at some photos here, but where can people find you if they'd like to learn more?
So we are online. We make it easy for people to request a couple months ahead of time or even the day before. We are at www.tourguidesolutions.com.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Bridget.
Thank you so much.
All right, we are back with our last stop in today's virtual innovation tours with Rob from LiveGauge. Rob, please introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about LiveGauge and how it helps event producers create great events.
Thanks, Jessica. Excited to be here. Happy to sort of get in front of everyone, see everyone, well, virtually see everyone, I should say. And hopefully everyone had a good time at EMS, and hopefully everyone's having a good finish to the year. Yes, as you mentioned, my name is Rob. My full name is Rob Cowan. I'm Director of Sales and Revenue at LiveGauge, if you want to give it an official title. I've been at the company now almost 3 years. And prior to that, I spent close to 15 years in and out of different events, sports, sponsorship type of roles. So, kind of came across the LiveGauge team in that, previous life, and wish I had come across it earlier for many reasons when it comes to running events and data. But yeah, that's sort of my background. And then as a company, if anyone has sort of chatted with us at the event or has ever chatted with us, we've evolved in the last 2 years. I think it's 20 months that the pandemic's been going on. But really we're seen as, or how we like to tell people now, is that we're the data measurement sort of agency partner. We have a number of solutions that we can use and help you at your events or activations, measure them, determine success, ROI. I like to call it ROE, return on experience as well. So really in that entire sort of overarching sphere of the industry, we spend all of our time in there and have been doing that for the last 8.5 years. So since 2012, 2013, and really sort of built an industry leading product in that and solution for all of our partners in the event and activation space.
Terrific. And you mentioned evolution, of course. So many things have changed over the past 18 months. And I wonder if you could talk a little bit about any products or any changes in your portfolio that you're really excited about as you head into 2022.
Yeah, that's a great question. And I was trying to do a different word than the word pivot that everybody's heard.
The P word.
Yeah, the P, exactly. Not like my 4-year-old son when he was little, or not 4 anymore, would say the P word, but the other P word now.
Yes.
What's really interesting has been, we started building a couple of new solutions just prior to the pandemic, actually, coincidentally, and from some that we had been evolving from client requests, that we sort of like did a little deeper, wider with some of our clients and did some help, I'll call it like an audit almost for them on their measurement side and how they were doing it. And that led to some solution development. And we've really gone quite heavily into what we call lead capture, the survey space, where getting that qualitative research as well as the quantitative that we've always done, and being able to get responses from customers directly on what they think of a product or a new, new product the company might be coming, or a new version, or in some cases, like in the food and beverage industry, a new flavor, whatever that might be. And really excited about that. We've had a lot of interest in that in the last, I'd say in the last 18 months, but especially in the last 9 or 10 months as events start to come back. What is that other layer of data that people really want to get? And then, and almost doing like mini focus groups, but being able to do it live as well. And then really spending a lot of time understanding the consumer experience, right? The contactless experience now, and what are people more comfortable with? And so really excited about how we're doing some of that delivery of that new solution, as well as we've also been able to add on like a meeting and appointment setting app that we've created. So adding all these layers together for our partners has really allowed us to, we have some major trade shows that we work with and other events where we can really do some really interesting things now and be a lot more holistic. So for me, the excitement is that we can do more for our clients, right? That we couldn't do 2 years ago. And the fun part about that is they don't know, right? So we're telling them all about it, which is really makes the calls fun again, right? So for the last 18 months, they haven't been as much fun. So until recently. So now, yeah, it's really, really exciting.
I'm all about fun calls in 2022. Yes, for sure. For sure. So as you think back and look forward, are there some tips or some advice that you would offer to the event community as they think about the events of next year?
Yeah, that's a great question. I think it goes back to sort of what the session we led in this year's EMS on I think it was on the Thursday that we did it, or the Wednesday, sorry, that we did it. And I always go back to asking the same sort of questions with everybody that I talk to, whether that be existing clients or new clients that our team might be bringing on. And I ask the question, what do you want to get out of this? What's your goal? What's your measurement objective? And I usually say it in one of those 3 ways, and sometimes they don't know, and that's totally normal. But I think what the really important thing is you're creating objectives for your event or your activation internally about how to, what you want to accomplish with that. Is it number of people, number of samples given away, whatever that might be. But also how, with that, you need to think about what could I measure? What are the metrics that are going to allow me to determine success? And what are those key metrics you want for success? So really taking a step back and having a measurement, or let's call it data collection strategy, which is not easy to do if you've never done it before. And so we always say to people, well, just start simple, right? What are you trying to accomplish and how can you prove that? And if you can sit in that sort of vein or area and think about it that way, then you can really build a successful solution or what we might call process in order to get to the solution, and understand where you might be able to really prove success that you never proven before. Or you might find an area that's really the key metric for us from this event. So it's really trying to think through what you want to accomplish and then aligning that with your budget so you have an opportunity to do some measurement. Because I would say in 2019, when in 2018, even measurement started to get really popular again, but it was also a secondary thought. So with a lot of events now, what we're finding is that as we roll out of this pandemic and into 2022 and things are coming back, everybody wants data. Every chief marketing officer at every brand or every event wants you to prove it. They don't know how you're going to do it. And there's lots of data you can get that isn't good data. So it's really have a plan. If you don't know, like, feel free to reach out. I'm happy to chat with you, even if you're not a client, about building a plan and help give you some advice on how you can do it for future thinking. So really it is about what kind of data do you want to get? Everybody wants data. They don't know what kind of data they need or really want to prove it. And everybody's asking you to prove every dollar you spend now. So not that that's unusual or new, it's just even more at the forefront now, especially with digital and hybrid events, where there's a lot of, hybrid events can get a lot of digital metrics. So we need to do the same on the physical or real world events, that we like to call it as well. So that's my major tip, is to sort of step back, do an analysis of it, and figure out what your sort of measurement objective is. Yeah,
great advice. Good advice. Excellent. So if people want to find you, how can they find you?
Yeah, you can do it a number of ways. You can go on our website, which is livegauge.com, and you can reach out through that. There's contact us opportunity on there. Otherwise, you can email me directly. I don't know if we can put up on the screen or something, but it's just my first name, rob.cowan, COWAN @livegauge.com. I don't even care. I'd even give my phone number out if you really want, but that might be hard to 10-digit number, but email me anytime, go through the website. You can ask to talk to me directly or a member of our team. We have some amazing people who can help you and get you on the right track. So feel free to reach out. Those are the two best ways, really the easiest ways to do it.
All right.
You can also find me on LinkedIn. I live on there too, so you can always find me on there as well.
You live on LinkedIn. I love it. All right. Well, Rob, thanks for joining us and thanks for your time.
Appreciate it. Thanks, Jessica.
You bet. And we do have some video to take a look at, so make sure and check that out. Thanks everybody for being with us on our innovation tours today. Thank you.
Meet Ariana. Ariana is an executive at a marketing agency. She takes thousands of photos and videos in effort to showcase the event's success to her clients. Ariana is frantically preparing a post-mortem report, but is having difficulty showing adequate success metrics. She is unable to provide any data, and her client does not see his return on investment from his marketing spend. Introducing LiveGauge, a powerful platform with the tools to show your clients' return on investment. LiveGauge is a one-stop cloud-based activation management solution where you are able to see insights and valuable data in real time. With capabilities to see audience traffic and weather data, demographics, ability to deploy lead capture, make bookings, and works together in harmony to drive a more powerful understanding of your consumers. LiveGauge is able to provide you with key profiles of your consumers, such as their annual income, where they are coming from, sectors of their workforce, dwell times, and much more. LiveGauge can quantify your ROI on your marketing spend, measure, analyze, and retarget consumers at your events, as well as combine all your passive and active data into one user-friendly platform. After partnering with LiveGauge, Ariana's client wants her to run his next marketing event. LiveGauge, proving the success of your next event.
All right, thank you all for joining us for our innovation tours today. If you would like to keep pace with all of the newest products and technologies and solutions hitting the event industry in 2022, and there is a lot on the horizon, we hope you will join us next year at the 2022 Experiential Marketing Summit, April 27th through the 29th at the MGM Grand in Las Vegas. We will be celebrating 20 years and we hope to see you there. Until then, be well, stay safe, and we'll see y'all again real soon.